Truckers of Europe 3, a popular truck game that is recognized by many in the mobile truck simulator community. However, like most games, it's not perfect, so in today's video, I'll be going over at least 4 things I dislike about Truckers of Europe 3. So be sure to stick around to the end. And with that being said, the first thing I want to talk about is the map size. Now the map isn't that small, but it also isn't the biggest. Games like Truck Simulator Pro USA, which is another game I play, does a better job with its map size. And personally, I think TO3 would be a bit more immersive if its map was more bigger. Now it isn't a big problem for me, but is something I hope they would focus on at some point. My second thing, probably the most obvious, is the traffic system. Out of all of the games I played in my lifetime, Truckers of Europe 3 traffic was the worst ones I've ever seen. And I'm not alone on this one. They really get on everyone's nerves. A common was to see this is at Toolbots, which is basically everywhere. Here, they cause big traffic jams and block the whole highway. They even do this all around the map also, some clips through others, in the ground or brake check in front of you, for no reason. And some traffic vehicles, most specifically the truck ones, even twerk in front of you sometimes. Like I thought this was a kid's game, Wanda. But jokes aside, this really is a problem, and I really hope this is fixed soon. And I know Wanda Software said they'll be changed soon, but we all know that's a lie. Even with all the bug fixes, they're still glitching out, going 200 miles per hour, and even disappearing out of thin air. I am sure they'll fix them eventually, but only time would tell. Now, my third one is the city sizes. Now, all the cities that will be pardoned from this is Nuremberg, Quarry, Tübingen, Linz, Erlo, Tremloa and Lech, and Milano. Other cities is too simplified, or small, and Prague is probably the worst one. Like it's literally just a long stretch to Way Road. Is that supposed to be a city? And Stuttgart layout is literally just a big long plus symbol. Frankfurt does the same thing as Prague does, but a better job at least. Munich, basically a miniature version of Nuremberg. Zurich is beautiful but tries to be big. And Milano feels like a map expansion mod if anything, or a city you'd see in Driver's Highway Hero. So Milano feels a bit out of place, but it does get the size right. All the cities don't have to be the same big size, but at least to have some bigness to it by default. And my final fourth one is the overall gameplay feel. Now it's not bad, I'll say. It has its highest sometimes, but usually not so high, and I think it's usually the highway. Now some highways do have some unique differences to each other to some extent, but I feel like some don't try enough, and this is where the repetitiveness starts to show. After you played the game long enough, you'll start to see a lot of similarities with all of the highways, mostly its sceneries, and you'll start noticing the reused assets more and more. Now Wanda is very good at its varieties, like with gas stations, cities, garages and toolbots in highways intersections. But I feel like it lacks a bit in sceneries. The effort is shown though to fix this. I've seen them arranging the reused assets, but to make them all look different. This isn't a big problem for me though, and probably won't in the far future. But those are the 4 things I disliked about Truckers of Europe 3 in my personal opinion. It definitely differs from others, but also probably similar to some. I do hope Wanda Software can continue with the game though. Would hate to see it get abandoned like most other truck simulator games like Universal Truck Simulator for example. But that will conclude for today's video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos.